Coming up next here on Golf America, we're off to Jamaica as we'll take you around one of the finest layouts you can play anywhere in the Caribbean basin. Plus, golf fitness coach Mindy Boysen offers up another golf fitness tip to help you get fit for golf and fit for life. And in our tip of the week, we'll show you how to hit the knockdown shot, a vital play for those windy days.
Flippy look on it. What we want to try to have is the ball further back.
Golf America, a weekly look at the courses you play and the game we love, is brought to you by Antigua, apparel for your game, and by cyberlinksgolf.com, the home of golf course videos. Hi everyone, and welcome to the program. We are in Jamaica this week at Rose Hall Plantation, just east of Montego Bay. And our course of the week is the Rick Burrell, Robert Von Hagee designed White Witch Golf Course, long been considered one of the finest layouts you can play anywhere in the Caribbean basin. Back in 1820, a petite woman standing less than 5 feet tall married a wealthy Jamaican landowner named John Palmer. Together, Annee Palmer and her husband lived in this house on Rose Hall Plantation. That is until John Palmer died suspiciously several years later. His untimely demise would be followed by the deaths of two other men who unknowingly married the woman known as the Mistress of Voodoo. It was said that Annee Palmer would terrorize the plantation, taking male slaves into her bed at night and dispatching each of them when she was finished. But as luck would have it, one day she met her own demise. And while her final resting place sits right behind the main house, many argue her spirit still roams the property in search of her next victim. Carved out of the rolling hillside of Jamaica's historic Rose Hall Plantation and named after the plantation's beautiful but wicked mistress is the White Witch Golf Course. Long been considered one of the finest golf courses you can play anywhere in the Caribbean, White Witch makes its way through the mountainous terrain, while at the same time offering up spectacular views of the Caribbean Sea. Designed by Robert Von Hagee and Rick Burrell, White Witch opened for play in 2000.
White Witch Golf Course is a golf course in the mountains. 16 of our 18 holes overlooks the ocean.
With its unique elevation changes, White Witch is one golf course where you need to find the short grass off the tee on each and every hole.
Lots of bush on either side of the fairways and lots of bunkers as well. It can be a very fun type of golf course, but at the same time it can be very challenging.
But thanks to the White Witch's Caddy Concierge program, you are not alone in taking on this golf course.
Definitely, our caddies are maybe the most important part of our golf experience at the White Witch.
From your first tee shot on through your final putt here at the White Witch, you'll embark on a journey that takes you from elevated tee boxes to elevated greens. And along the way, designers Von Hagee and Burrell made great use of the native rock outcroppings, contoured fairways, and 80-plus bunkers, creating a golf experience that will challenge every part of your game. Yet, you'll find generous landing areas on just about every fairway out here, thus making it suitable for any level of player. Throughout this golf course, you'll find green complexes that are well protected, along with putting surfaces that are anything but flat. And if you plan on posting a good score on this golf course, you must take advantage of the par 5s.
You know, if you play the par 5 and you don't make a par or a birdie, you seem to lose a shot or two out there. If I'm playing a golf course, I try to take advantage of the par 5s, then the par 4s.
The par 3s, on the other hand, can be quite challenging. 2 of the 4 have dramatic elevation changes from tee to green. And the wind definitely comes into play on all 4. The White Witch offers 4 sets of tees. With the back White Witch tees, this golf course plays to 6,758 yards and offers a course rating of 74 and a slope of 139. Moving it up to the forward red tees reduces the length to 5,397 yards. On the front side, this golf course starts off in dramatic fashion with a par 5 that features an elevated tee shot, followed by 2 demanding shots back up the mountain to an elevated green. Though not the longest par 4 on the golf course, hole number 7 is certainly challenging, as you'll need to contend with several rock outcroppings up the right-hand side of the fairway. The green complex features a fairly deep bunker to the left and grass mounding to the right. And as you can see, it's best to be below the pin on this green that offers plenty of movement. At 621 yards, number 10 is by far and away the longest hole on this golf course. But the good thing, this sweeping dogleg par 5 plays downhill from tee to green. The White Witch Golf Course at Rose Hall, a layout that, because of its mountainous terrain, trade winds, and spectacular views of the Caribbean Sea, really beckons the golfer to tee it up here multiple times to fully appreciate what course designers Robert Von Hagee and Rick Burrell created.
We always say to the first timer, how was your round today? Oh, you know what? If I played a few more times, I think I could play it better.
Fit for Golf and Fit for Life is brought to you by Antigua, apparel for your game.
Hi, I'm Mindy B from Fit for Golf, Fit for Life, and we're here at the beautiful Porter's Neck Country Club in Wilmington, North Carolina. You know, it's really difficult to start working on your swing through impact and getting the power whenever you've got the club head, the hands, and the arms overpowering a lot of what the body should be doing. So today I'm going to show you an exercise called Thrust Through Impact that is actually from the Tathata golf system. So you're going to get rid of your club, take that variable, the club, right out of the way, and we're going to use the body. So I want you to go ahead and get in golf stance, a very strong golf stance. And this is something you can do on the range, in your home, every single day to help train that body onto what to feel during impact. You're going to take your hands right underneath your arms. You're going to pull down so you're feeling the pressure into the ground. Take a couple deep breaths. Feel yourself loading into the knees a little bit, sitting back into your glutes, and just think about, this is impact. You want to be level through impact. This is your impact. This is what your knees are doing. The knees are kind of surfing towards your target over there, but then you've got to really kind of get the rest of the body flowing with it so that you're not losing any power. So thrust through impact looks like this. You're going to come back just a little bit to load, and you're going to keep looking down at your golf ball. Ready? 3 in a row. Thrust through impact, just like that. Now, watch my body right here. I'm lifting up my chest, squeezing my glute, almost cramping my hamstring. Oh, my calf is on fire, and it's getting used to this very strong finished position. Again, everything moving together, momentum, power, thrust, through the impact. One more time. Inhale. And let's try it one more time. And thrust, hold. Feel how the arms can do whatever they want to without the club in, but the body is very, very strong. Feeling that connection between your legs. Okay, that is thrust through impact. It helps you teach the body what to do before you start bringing the variables of the arms, the hands, and the club face into your swing. That's tathatagolf.com, but you can also find more exercises from me at fitforgolfusa.com. golfcourseingjamaica.com.
Fit for Golf and Fit for Life has been brought to you by Antigua, apparel for your game. Our course of the week is the White Witch Golf Course in Rose Hall Plantation. We're just east of Montego Bay in Jamaica. And one of my favorite holes on this Robert Von Hagee, Rick Burrell designed layout is hole number 3. It's a par 4 that plays downhill from tee to green and features plenty of trouble both left and right and a well-protected green complex.
Number 3 is actually my favorite hole on that golf course.
Though not a true risk-reward hole, this great par 4 here on the White Witch will play considerably shorter than the scorecard says, because it plays downhill from tee to green.
You hit the ball fairly straight, fairly long, you can get around the green and make a birdie easily.
Your target line to do that is down the left-hand side, but that brings several waste bunkers and trees into play. Now, if you plan on laying back or playing it as a typical par 4, you may forego using the driver here.
Hit too much left or too much right, you can have trouble going into the green.
A green that is surrounded on 3 of the 4 sides by a very large bunker.
That's the only green that's protected by bunker from the right all the way to the left.
While the green is certainly receptive to most shots, it's important not to be too far below or above the pin here at hole number 4 on the White Witch because of the contour of the putting surface itself.
Really fun hole, but at the same time, very challenging.
All right, so you got your round of golf in here at the White Witch Golf Course on Rose Hall Plantation. So what do you do now? Hey, no problem. You're in Jamaica. There's so much to see and do, especially around Montego Bay. When your round of golf is done, don't worry. You're in Jamaica, and life is good.
Play your 4 days of golf. You're here for a week. There's so many other things to see and do.
Whether you're out sightseeing or hanging out at the resort, especially at the Hyatt Ziva Rose Hall. This thrilling resort destination offers the ultimate Jamaican family retreat in Montego Bay. Want to head out to the island? There's no better way to do it than on an excursion with Island Roots. They take you beyond the resort and into the heart of the island. Whether it's a day trip to Ocho Rios and the beautiful White River, or on their fun and exciting reggae catamaran cruise around Montego Bay. There's nothing quite like hanging out at the club on the water. Or if you want to keep your feet dry on land, head downtown for some shopping, and then off to the beach. Looking for some authentic Jamaican food? Then you have to pay a visit to Scotchy's. This Jamaican icon is a no-thrills type of restaurant that is just downright fantastic. And no trip to Montego Bay would be complete without a visit to the Great House at Rose Hall. You step back in time as you explore this home built by John Palmer in 1770. And it's where he and his wife Annee lived. Now, little did John know that his young wife possessed black magic powers that would eventually lead to his demise. And during her reign as mistress of the plantation, Annee did away with 2 more husbands and countless lovers. The White Witch of Rose Hall has fascinated generations. And even today, there are those who claim to see Annee passing through the Great House.
I invite you all to come to Jamaica. It is not only a great golfing destination, but also a great destination just to visit.
This portion of Golf America is brought to you by CyberlinksGolf.com, the home of golf course videos.
Okay, so out here at the White Witch in the winter time, you know, this time of the year, you can get the trade winds blowing quite strong, as you can see. The white caps out on the ocean today. And when the wind gets like this, you've got to hit that knockdown. You've got to hit a lower shot, a more controlled flight shot. It's a great shot to have. So here's a couple of ways to do it, a couple of ideas of how to do it. The first thing you've got to do is take speed off the head. Take speed off the golf club. If you're going to take speed off the golf club, you try and hit a 7-iron distance. Let's just say that's a 150 shot for you. You've got to club up. So you've got to be going to a 6-iron or maybe even a 5-iron. Remember, the harder you hit the ball, the more spin you're going to put on the ball, the more the ball's going to want to get up. The more it gets up, the more the wind is going to say thank you. So the first thing to do is to club up. Have enough club, maybe just a little bit too much club. Second thing is we've got to try and take some loft off the club. And the easiest way to do that is to move the ball a little further back in the stance. So now my 7-iron becomes more of a 6-iron, or my 6-iron becomes more of a 5-iron. So the ball position is going to go a little further back. My hands are going to be a little bit more forward. And then in the swing, what I want to try to think about is at the end of the swing, I don't want a full follow through. I want more of a truncated follow through, like that. Because if I make a longer swing, a longer follow through, what tends to happen is that the club head overtakes, and you get that little more of a flippy look on it. And what we want to try to have is the ball further back, the hands staying forward through the impact, and my body keeping moving. If my body stops, my hand's going to take over, I'm going to flip the shot. You're usually going to hit it left with that type of move. So what we want to try to do is to keep the chest and the arms and the club moving through the shot into that type of finish here. Certainly not that type of finish. And that'll help you hit a lower shot, and that'll help you control the ball a little bit more. So you've got to over club, have enough golf club in your hand so you don't have to hit it hard. Number 2, ball position moves slightly further back in the stance. It's going to take the loft off. Hands are therefore be a little bit more forward. The shaft is going to be leaning, and then you want more of a shorter follow through. And that'll help you control it.
One of the best pro-ams that takes place in the Caribbean, if not the entire Western Hemisphere, is the Jamaican Invitational Pro-Am, also known as Annie's Revenge. Now, this 5-day event includes 3 rounds of golf, plenty of prizes, and uses 2 different golf courses. Our course of the week, the White Witch Golf Course and Cinnamon Hill Golf Course. Now, if you're an avid golfer, you need to add this Pro-Am to your bucket list. If you love golf, there are certain once-in-a-lifetime experiences you simply cannot miss, like taking a buddy trip with some of your best golfing friends.
It's the best.
And one of those trips that should be on everyone's bucket list is playing in the Jamaican Invitational Pro-Am, also known as Annie's Revenge. For the past 11 years, the Jamaica Tourist Board has played host to this one-of-a-kind event.
It's the premier Pro-Am event in the Caribbean. It really highlights Jamaica's golf. We focus on the 2 courses here in Rose Hall, Cinnamon Hill, and White Witch.
This 3-day tournament splits time between both courses and features plenty of prizes. And when you're not golfing, well, there's plenty of time to soak up some rays poolside at the Hyatt Ziva Rose Hall. Or head out and explore the island and all that it has to offer. The Jamaican Invitational Pro-Am. If there's one kitchen pass every golfer needs to get, this is it.
After 11 years, it's really has taken off. Really has done well.
Our final look at our course of the week, the White Witch Golf Course on Rose Hall Plantation, just east of Montego Bay here in Jamaica, is hole number 17. It's a par 3 that plays downhill from tee to green and features plenty of protection around that green complex. For all intents and purposes, hole number 17 here on the White Witch is the course's signature hole. From its elevated tees, you are treated to some incredible views of the Caribbean Sea.
To me, it's fairly easy shot, but the wind play a big factor. On days, there's a huge right to left wind. So if you want to play the wind, you can leave your ball out to the right and the wind will bring it back on the green.
But club selection here could be an issue. The green is protected by 4 strategic bunkers. So if you fail to find the green, this golf hole leaves little, if any, room to bail out to.
I was looking for a bailout shot. It would be behind the green because in front of the green is a ravine, and I don't think anybody wants to be in a ravine. So for me, I would bail out to the back if I were you.
And once you do find the putting surface, it's best to leave your ball below the flag as this green slopes from front to back. The par 3 17th on this Von Hagee, Smellick, and Burrell design golf course. A layout that offers fantastic views, dramatic elevation changes, and a challenging round of golf from your first tee shot onto your final putt. Well, that's going to do it for this week's show. We do want to give special thanks to the entire staff here at the White Witch Golf Course on Rose Hall Plantation. And of course to the Hyatt Ziva Rose Hall staff as well. And special thanks to Donnie Dawson, Christopher DaCosta, and all the good folks at the Jamaica Tourist Board. I'm Alan Hunter for all of us here at Golf America. Hit 'em long and straight, and we'll see you next time. Golf America, a weekly look at the courses you play and the game we love, has been brought to you by Antigua, apparel for your game, and by CyberLinksGolf.com, the home of golf course videos.